Hey y'all, it's Melissa. Welcome to Messy Missy Creates. I have a fun little project for us to do today, and I saw a video from Pam at Silver and Sparkles. She made these, and they're just cute little Christmas trees. They're super easy to make, super fun, and I backed it to make a little journaling spot. So for those of you who make journals, you know, these are perfect. You can put just made from 3 triangles and a stem. And then I decorated it with some ribbon. You can decorate it with washi or however. I got a little star paper punch, put an eyelet in it, and this one has ribbon on it. You could put these little bulb rings. Maybe we'll try that in a minute. And then that could clip in your, like if you do junk journaling. So I just thought these would be fun. They also would make great gift packaging tags for Christmas, because wouldn't that be fun on a package, and then you just write to and from. And anyway, so there's so many uses, and they're so easy to make, and they're fun to decorate. And so let's do it. Let's make a couple of them. Now, first off, I made a pattern, and she goes over this in her video, and I will link her video. And I lost my pattern. Good job. Good job. Okay, this was one that I made, and then I made some that were, it took me a minute to figure out. I had to go back and watch her video to see how she cut out her triangles. I made these, they're squatty. You know, if you want a wide tree, you can do it this way. And all I did was take a square, like a 3-inch square, or this. Well, I think I cut it down a little further. But anyway, like this one was a 2-inch square, and I cut it in half. Here we go. This was a 2-inch square, and I cut it in half. But that made them shorter and squattier, which that works like this, if you want it like that. But she made hers taller, and I'm like, okay, something's not looking right. So I went back and watched her video again. And I set all these aside. I did 2 inches to 4 inches, you know, that sort of thing. Oh, here it is. It was right here all along. Anyway, this one is 3 inches tall from here to here, and 3 inches this way. So what I did is I got a 3-inch square, or whatever size you want to make, and 3-inch square. I found the center and made a little dot, and then I just cut from here to here. It was super easy. Like I said, if you want to go back and look at that, she shows you exactly how to do it, and I'll link her video. This one is a little bit taller. I think it's 3.5 inches by 3 inches wide, or 4 by 3. So if you want a taller tree, you know, taller, thinner tree, you can do it this way. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Whatever your preference is, you can play around with it a little bit. For today, I'm just going to play with the 3-inch triangle that I have. I can't seem to pick this up. Okay. And we will get started. Now, I already have some cut. I went through my papers, and I found some just that kind of had the green, white, or off-white and red different patterns. And it's been fun to play with the different patterns. Like this one was like a green burlap. And I had one sheet of it. It came in a pack a long time ago. And so I did the green and this little green and red plaid. And, oh, I used some book pages in the one that I just showed you. So I made, you know, and she makes some out of book pages as well. So here's all my triangles I already have made. These have kind of an off-white background, which that went well with the book page. So I'm going to set these to the side. I already have some of those. This is the same plaid. It's just a darker green. And I thought the sponge stripe, or the stripe, would be fun. Now this has a wider background than a cream. See the difference? And I'm shaking you. Okay. So I'm going to put that one to the side. And then I have this, it's scrapbook paper, but it's music sheet. So we might play with that in a minute. But for right now, I'm going to do some of these with the white background. Or white instead of off-white touches. So all you do is flip your paper over like this. And she shows you on her video how to maximize your, let me flip it the other way. So you can tell I've already cut something out of this one. So if you have some scraps, this would be a great great scrap buster. Get my little pencil here. You just put the bottom edge of the triangle on your flat edge of your paper, or in the center. If you want a particular pattern in your paper, you just put it wherever you want it. And then I'm just tracing the triangle, and you don't even have to do the bottom. So what she shows you is you flip it over like this. You already have this line because you already have that line for that triangle. And then now you have this one. And then now you have this one. And I don't know if I can get, yes, I can get one more in there. Good deal. Very good. So all I have to do, oops, I shifted that one, so that one's going to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. So I don't want to lose my pattern here. And then you just cut them out. It's super easy. You cut them and then you glue them. So let me see if I can just cut across here just to kind of even this paper off a little bit. And there. Now I can get rid of this. And what I want to do is just cut out a bunch of these little triangles. I already have some cut out, but I wanted to show you, you know, just how easy it is. You just really just clip, clip, clip. And it's easy to get a straight line if you use long scissors for this. Let me get my little scraps out of here. I have tons of little pieces to my right. But let's see. Oh, let me get something. I'm sorry, the glare is awful, I know. Okay, so now I have 3 of those. And we'll do the same. I thought this paper would be fun, right? So this one is directional, so meaning it has a top and bottom. So I will definitely want... Okay, so that means I'm not going to want to turn mine on this one. I'm just going to want it this way. So I'm not going to flip my triangle over. Does that make sense? So this is now the top, which is going to be the bottom. So that means all I'm going to do, I'm going to do one, make sure I do it right. And then we'll see. This is the top of my paper, and this is the top of my triangle. So let's do one and see if we did it the right way. Because we definitely aren't going to want to, we're not going to want to flip it over, or the little ornaments on it will be upside down. And we don't want that, right? Because I do think that you would notice it. If you used it as like your center layer, you might not notice it a whole lot. But I do think that you will notice these ornaments if they're like that. So, we only have one of those right now, but that works. And then you just put them together. And let me get, this paper right here. This is what I was going to use. Maybe this one. So, this one doesn't matter. So, we're just going to take our little triangle. And it's easier for me to do it down here because I can see it. Let's see how many we get out of this one. And really all you're doing is using like one strip, and you get 3 or 4 of them. So you can get a lot out of a couple pieces of paper. If, you know, unless you have scraps. If you have scraps, that's awesome. I have some scraps, but not a ton. And now you also, because this is a stripe pattern, if you want it to go down like this side, you'd have a different orientation of your stripes. So this one we're going to have up and down stripes. And if you went down the long side of your paper, you would have sideways stripes, horizontal stripes. Say like if you did it this way, you know what I mean? You'd have stripes going this way, which that would be fine too. But we're just doing this since I've already started this way. So that's in pieces of scrap, and this piece is a scrap. Okay. And then the rest of it so I got 4. That was an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So I was able to get 4 triangles off of one little strip that's probably about 3 inches tall. Okay, so let me put this down so we can, and I apologize if you hear my fan ticking. It's being a doozy right now. So I don't know if I like, that might have too much pattern for me. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. You just got to kind of play around with it, see which one you like on top. If it's too much, then add a piece of book text in the middle. Now, I was trying not to add the off-white, like with the book text, but it may be okay. And like this book text is upside down, and that's okay. You're not going to be reading it anyway. So anyway, you just glue them together like that, and voila, you have a tree. And then I have some little scrap pieces of craft cardstock, and that's what I'm just cutting a little like 1/2 inch strip or 3/4 inch strip for a trunk. There's no exact, this is, you know, it's not an exact science. I want to see, let me cut some out of this paper and see if I can live with this paper better. So this is a 12 by 12, and I'm going to see how many I can get out of here. Should be able to get, I'm thinking that I might be able to get 5. I don't, what did we get? 4 out of the, no, we got 4 out of the 8.5 side of the 8.5 by 11 paper. So we might even get 6. Well, we will find out. So this paper is just, you know, it's a dark green. It has a little bit of a print, but it's not a real bold print. So you just play around with the papers that you like and see what color combinations you come up with. You can use old book pages. You can use music pages. You know, any kind of scraps. You could even use a solid color. I have like solid green colored cardstock that I could use if I, you know, use 2 patterns and a solid maybe. Not quite. Almost, but not quite, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I was right. We got 6. Okay, cool. That's awesome. And then this little strip right here should only be about 3 inches tall. So we only used 3 inches of this paper. So if you had a couple of sheets of 12 by 12 paper, if you can get 6 out of one strip, you should be able to get 18 triangles out of each 12 by 12 sheet of paper, right? No, wait, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 24. Yeah, maybe 24. So we have that scrap. Now that's actually a big enough scrap piece to do something with. And we have that scrap. That one's a little on the small side. But I will put it with all my Christmas paper scraps. You never know when you're going to need some little piece, right? So, I hope you're playing along. Just get out some paper, make you a little triangle. I mean, if you have a triangle die cut, and I did think about that because I probably do have one. But it was so easy just to make the little pattern. And Pam made it so easy in her video. Just so I thought I would just not focus on that part. I want to play. And I was having a lot of fun decorating them. Let me flip this over and we'll work on the white side. And what else? Now, I do recommend, now I backed this when it was all together, trunk and star. I would say, I mean, and I covered up the trunk. So if you want to put it on after you put the trunk on, that's fine. I would probably recommend putting it on before you put on the star. And definitely before you punch the hole. And one of the reasons why I did it that way was the star, the paper. My paper's not real thick cardstock. And then I use some tea-dyed paper or coffee-dyed, whatever. And because that gave it 3 layers. Now, if you're using like thin book page, Pam recommended that you double it up. Like you glue 2 of them together kind of thing. What do we have here? Yeah. Let me put this solid in the middle and see what we think of that. Okay, this tree already is going to have ornaments on it. Might be a little busy. Might be a little bit busy, but I think we're going to go with it. Oh, wait. Did I already try it with this one? Let's see. Put that in the middle and then put this on top. Okay, now you have more green than red, but that's okay. So see how many combinations you can get with that? Let me try this in the middle and this on top. That's not bad. Not bad. Maybe I don't like the ornaments with the stripe. I do like it. I like it in theory. Maybe I just don't like it on the tree. What do you think? Maybe put that solid one back in the middle. And you can leave. I'm leaving about, my ruler is a little buried. That is about 3/4 of an inch that I've let show. You can do however much you want. This one looks more narrow. No, it's the same. Okay. Now, if you want to do a bigger triangle for your base and then gradually, make your triangles smaller, then that's certainly okay too. Oh, I like that. And I really like those 2 together. I'm going to do that right there. And then we have all of our little, if you get all your triangles cut out and out of the way, then you can just play. And I have this little polka dot. I don't know how that would look with it, but I thought that might be fun. And the other thing that I have is I still have this little bit of burlap piece. That might look better with it. What do we think? It matches that lighter green a little bit better, but I like what we had. So anyway, all you do now is you find where you want your paper to come down to, whether it's a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, or if you leave a whole inch. Let's see. Let's try leaving a whole inch and see how we like that. So 1 inch would be right there. And then you can eyeball the rest of it. So what do we think of that? I think I like the 3/4 inch a little bit better. You can just eyeball this. It's not exact. So what I did, and I'm going to try really hard not to get glue all over my piece of paper here because it is still a good piece of scrapbook paper. So I'm going to find my little line where I want the bottom to come. I'm going to find the line, and I'm putting the glue on the base piece, and I'm just using art glitter glue. I'm sure you could use glue stick, you could use PVA, you could use whatever whatever you want. And you do kind of want them straight. Otherwise, you're going to have like a little Grinch tree. And yeah, so I think I want the base about right here. And then like this, and then just a little bit on the inside. And bada bing, bada boom. We have a tree. Okay. None of it should have leaked out. I didn't put that much on there. So, okay, so this is what we have right here, right now. And this is what your back looks like. Now, if you want to back it at this point, I just took it and traced it. I glued it on and then cut it and then cut it out. Or you can trace it. I did them both ways, and tracing it was nice. You could already have it pre-cut, but I didn't get it glued on exactly, so I still had to trim it up. So you might as well just glue it down on your base piece of paper. Glue it down and then trim. So, like for this one, I would do this. I would glue it down like right there. And then cut. So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it after I put the stem on it. And see how that goes. We'll play around with it, and then that way you'll know. I have a stem already cut out. Somewhere. Now you also, I have this bag of buttons. You could put a button on the top. Might make it a little bit heavy, and you might not be able to attach it to anything. Okay, let's just cut another little stem. Let's see. This is a little bit thinner than this. It's a little bit different shade of brown. So I'm going to cut mine about, I think that should be about a ½ inch. Let's see. Almost 3/4. Yeah. Okay. So 3/4 seems to be the I don't want to glue it very far up because I don't want to cut into my writing space on the back. But see, you can make a tall stem or a short one, and then you glue it. Now, that's even longer than I intended on leaving it. Yeah, that's like 2 inches. I'm going to trim it a little bit more. But you can glue it on and then trim it down wherever you want it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here. A little bit more than that. My nozzle must be slightly stopped up. And then glue it on here like that. And just hold it for a second. The art glitter glue dries really fast, which is good and bad. One, you don't have any wiggle room, or you don't have much wiggle room, that's for sure. And let's see, let me repin my glue. And do we want to make one more and then we'll decorate them? So let's use this plaid. And do we want to use, yeah, that didn't look bad. Maybe want the stripes to break up the dark greens. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to set that tree aside. And then I want like that and like that, I think. Let me see if I like this. I think I'm going to like, well, oh, I didn't have that right side up either. I had it kind of sideways. They are a little taller. No, you can't turn them this way. They turn into a different size triangle, if that makes sense. So I want that about there, and I want that about there. I do like that. I like that a lot. So I'm going to move that one. I'm going to put the glue right about on this line. And then this is the part that the glue doesn't like. I don't know why. It gives me that first line pretty easy. It just doesn't want to give me the next line. Now you can see right here that I really need to scoot it over a little bit. If you flip it over on the back, you can see if you have equal amounts on each side. I want that right about there. Like that. And I love this stripe paper. Now, I'm just using traditional colors. You could use blues. You could use, you know, pinks and aquas and whatever color. You can make a Grinch tree. You could make all kinds of stuff. So, oh, I still need my glue because of my stem, right? I was not done with my glue. I'm going to see if we can make a stem out of this really short piece right here. Can we make a, yep, it'll just be a short trunk. So we have that. Oh, now it's wanting to work. And then, there we go. Ooh, I bumped it. Not straight at all. And if you don't get it on straight, it's no big deal. You can always, you know, straighten it by trimming the base, which I need to do anyway, because that one I cut slightly on an angle. Okay, let me get all these bits off the desk. And then I have glue all over my glass mat here where I was playing. Now, this one, I do have one star cut out. We can do one with a star, without a star. That one's kind of cute. And I really like that one. And I have these two different colored golds. It doesn't really matter which one you use, but, and then I got these three, or it was a set of 3 gold stars, and I can't remember what size they are. But it was a set of 3. I got them on Amazon. I'll try to remember to link them because they cut pretty well. I'm not trying to cut cardstock. I mean, I'm not trying to cut chipboard with them or anything like that. That star is messed up a little bit. That's why I went ahead and cut a second one. So we have that. Now, I am going to back them before I put my star on this time. I think just for simplicity's sake, no, I'm going to use white paper on the back of this. I happen to have just a misfire on my printer, so I have some copy paper right here. And I think I can get both of them on there. Yeah, I can get more than that. So let me move this. I'm not going to glue over the trunk, right? I just want it straight across here. So those are perfect height. So I'm going to use my trunk to hold the tree. And it's, because I didn't use real thick cardstock, it's a little floppy, but it's going to thicken up in just a minute because we're adding a whole other layer of paper to it. So you may not want to do this, depending on, if you're just going to glue it down in your journal, you may not want to do this part. Okay, I'm going to do something I don't like doing, but before I end up, my glue dries, this comes out so fast when you don't have that fine nozzle, fine tip on it. But I was afraid that what I had already put down was about to dry. Stand back up. And then, ooh, not even close to straight. Here we go. If I put it right there at the bottom, then I don't have to cut. That's one more side I don't have to cut, right? So I'm going to do that one that way. And I'm going to cut this off. And you don't have to, you know, like I said, if you're going to glue them down onto like a tag or something, you don't have to back them, so you don't even have to go through this step. But, okay, I'm not giving up here. Really try not to dig in glue on a video, but it pours out because our glitter glue is a little thin. And it pours out if you don't have the fine nozzle. Now, I'm making sure to just get these little points and then some on the inside. And I do need it on that stem. I don't know if I did that on the other one or not. I may not have. Okay, I'm going to try to be a little more careful. Gluing this one on. Not that it really matters. This is just a scrap piece of copy paper. Now, if you wanted yours really thick, you might want to use like, oops, I'm shaking you. I'm sorry. You might want to use a thicker cardstock here. So, let me flip that back over so we can look at Christmas paper instead of just white background. So, I'm just going to cut this down. Get rid of that. And just cut out these little notches. It's not hard. It's not even really fussy cutting. Not fussy at all. So, and these will make, like I said, make great little journaling spots. They'll make cute package tags, you know, package topper. You could put 3 of them together on a journal page. And I don't know, if you think of other uses for them, I'd love to hear in the comments. And what else? Oop, cut part of my cardstock there. Got a little overzealous with my cutting. Where's my other tree? Here it is. So like I said, that's pretty easy. Just boom, boom. And there. And there. I can feel that the glue is still wet. So I'm trying not to peel that paper back too much. I think that's the one that I had so much glue on. Alright, clean up my little station here, and then we're going to play. We're going to decorate. Now, I'm going to take... No, I'm not. Okay, so right now we have this. So you can write to from, you can write, you know, like I said, use it as a journaling spot. You can use it as whatever you want. I don't know if I'm going to put an eyelet in both of these. I am going to glue a star on. And I have some tweezers somewhere. Right here. These little reverse tweezers are the bomb diggity. And they've really come down in price. They're, oh, wait. I don't want to glue the whole star. I just want to glue on the tip of my tree. Right? There you go. And the same for this one. Just want a little dot of glue right there. And this little set, 3-pack set of star, I mean, the paper punches, this is the largest star. They go down, I forgot what their dimensions are. But I thought for sure, I went to Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and I thought for sure they would have a star paper punch, and they didn't. So I had to get it on Amazon, which is fine. Okay, now comes the really fun part, and that's decorating. Except, and if you want to ink your edges, I think Pam did ink her edges in her video. I'm not a big inker, but I did see that I had a little bit of white trim around here that I didn't cut it close enough. So I have, on this one, I did some gold ribbon, and I did this, it's kind of like pom-pom ribbon. I can't find my red rickrack. I have some really thin red rickrack, and it's vintage. It's older, and it's super cute. Matter of fact, that would look really cute right there or there. And I was really going to town because I was going to put another piece like right here, or another color or something like that. I even have this gold, and I wondered how that, like this yellow rickrack, I wondered how that would look, but I didn't want to do too much to the first tree. I kind of like this too, this ribbon. Again, you can use washi. I just didn't, I held up all my washi to this one, and I didn't like them. And you don't have to do anything to them, but that's not bad. But I was also enjoying using my ribbon. So, and because this one has a white background, I can use this because it's kind of like a white iridescent. Do I want it down here? Do I want it up here? It also can hide, I think I tilted that top triangle a little bit so it can hide some oopsies. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to put that on there, and I am going to move this. We're just going to have to ignore my glare a little bit. And let me zoom you in a hair. There we go. And I also have some sequins. And I thought that that might be fun. And I might do it after I put the ribbon on. Which one was I going to put? This one? Ooh, let's see what that one looks like on here. No. I think I like that one better on here. I have green rickrack right here. So I don't think I'm going to like it on this one. But in this little end piece, this is a brand new thing of ribbon, rickrack. And the end was very folded. So I think I like it on this paper, but not on this paper. Or maybe like down here as almost like a tree skirt. That's kind of cute. So I may have to cut this. I don't want to waste any though. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like it kind of hanging down. And I bet you, I didn't even think about that. I put that one here. But I bet you this one would be super cute hanging down off the bottom. Like that. So let's do that one on here. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. Doing green rickrack on this one. And I'm just going to run, I am going to switch to my Fabri-Tac because the art glitter glue sometimes will glue rickrack, sometimes it won't. But Fabri-Tac is, you know, it's pretty consistent with what it will do. And then I'm going to let it dry before I trim it. I'm going to scoot it down. There we go. Where it's just hanging off the edge. And I think that looks cute. It kind of looks like the little ruffles on the tree. And which one was I going to do? I think I'm going to do this on this one. I need to put my pen back in my art glitter glue, I think. And then I was going to check out and see if we like the sequins. Sequins, not sequence. Okay. And I hope, oh, no, I'm not even in frame. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Now, if you know you're going to do that, you might want to make, like we didn't make that trunk very long. You might want to make, you know, if you know you're going to put rough ribbon off the bottom like that, you might want to make your trunk a little longer just to accommodate that. Whoops. Need to trim that a little bit better. Okay, I need to learn how to cut this ribbon. Like, I wonder if it'll let me scoot it over a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. When you cut a certain point on this ribbon, it unravels the little bobble hanging down, like it did on that one. So, and then your little bobbles are all lopsided. I think that will work. We can live with that. Right? I think that will be fine. And let's trim this one. It should be dry. It's easier to flip it over the back and trim it. Whoops. Cut into my tree there. I think I'm going to trim that off. There we go. Ooh, I have a mess. I have a mess. I have a mess. But I do like this. I haven't found a situation that I really want to use it, but it kind of reminds me of some like gold garland or something like that. But let's see, what were we gonna, oh, we were gonna try out sequins. So I have this little gem picker. It's got a little pokey thing and a little wax and little wax thing right here. And see how well it picks up little sequins? Now those might be too big. There's some smaller sequins somewhere. Oh, I don't want to dump them out, but I might have to dump out a few. Okay, woo, whoa. there's a lot of stuff in here. It's not just sequins. That's a pretty little shank button. This was just given to me, so I don't even know what all's in here. So let's just play. Okay, I was trying to dig out some of the smaller sequins, like that little green one right there. If you wanted to, and I don't know that I'm going to do this, I just wanted to see what our options were. So there's a green sequin if you wanted to decorate it like ornaments, you know. That sure would be cute. But I would certainly get my, ribbon on there, or washi, or whatever you're going to use. I would do that first. So, okay, so that's what that would look like. It's cute, but depends on the look you're going for. They do look like little ornaments. And we might do a couple of those in a minute. I want to get this top either washi or ribbon on. And you can stop there. You can stop. I mean, I put that gold one across here. I wanted this white and gold one across this one. And it kind of just breaks up that big, tall part. The, you know, the top layer of the tree. Just kind of breaks up the height of that a little bit. So this is obviously optional, but I mean, come on, this is the most fun part. And, okay, maybe it'll dry a little more. This is kind of like a white iridescent ribbon with gold. I don't know if you can see that. Like white iridescent with gold trim on both sides. So we'll see what it looks like when it dries. Right now the iridescent is kind of, the white part is kind of melting into the background a little bit, but you can still see the gold trim. So I'm going to want to add something to like right here. So I might still do, I'm really determined to use this gold rickrack, even though it does not, it's kind of cute though, isn't it? It's different. I don't have red rickrack. Well, I do have this thin rickrack, but we already have red on here. What else do I have? I have like ribbons like this that are just, they're the thin, they're more like the ones that you tie. I have some like lacy ribbon, but that one is too dark. It's more like a craft color. It's a tan. Somewhere I have, here, let's try some washi. Let's see. Ooh, this red and white stripe. Maybe that will work. That's not bad. Right? Let's see. Do we have it all the way on? Kind of wish I had gone with, because I put the gold on this one. I'm kind of wishing that I had gone with, because this stripe is a little more playful. Let's see what else we have. Oh, I'm so sorry about my fan. And maybe you don't hear it until I mention it, but I'm so sorry because I hear it. I used this one on the first one, and then I ended up covering it up because I didn't like it. Let's see if I like it on this one. Not really. It's got the yellow in it. It's a green and red plaid, and it would be cute. I don't know. That one's not bad. You can kind of see through it. That puts a little bit of the red on there. I've got this green ho ho ho. That definitely has to go a certain way. That's kind of cute. Do I like it there? Yeah, maybe so. I don't know if I like that green with that or not. That bottom green. But it's kind of cute. We're going to go with it. As soon as I can get it on straight, we're going to go with it. There we go. And how much time do we have left? Not a lot. So I may not put eyelets in these. I would imagine that you know how to put an eyelet in. And again, we can decorate these up with some sequins if we decide to. But what else do we have? We have this one. We still need something across the top. And, oh yeah, we need a couple somethings on this one. Let's see. We may have to use this gold. I'm determined to make... Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. You can make these elegant looking. You can make these shabby, kind of distressed, junk journal-y style. You can make them colorful with polka dots and bright colors. You could make them very, like maybe whites, golds. I hate to use the word elegant, but you know what I'm trying to say. There we go. And I think when Pam made them, when she made them, she only did this one across the top. I just added this other because I thought it was fun. That one I'm not going to do because this is more of a burgundy red. And I already have 2 things of Rick Rack. So let's see if this red and white striped washi tape will go right along here. No, we might as well just put it right at the base of this one. I think that works fine. I could do it a little straighter. And you may have to, like, add some glue to your washi. I don't know. It depends on how sticky your washi is. And if you put the washi on before you back it, you could just wrap your washi around. But I like to... I don't know. I didn't think about it, to be honest with you, until just now. That's the real reason why I didn't do it. Okay, so I'm going to put up these sequins. I'm not going to use them on these, but it certainly is an option. Ooh, mercy. I got all in your face. So I have this one, and then I have this one. So aren't they fun? So there's with the white background, and there's with kind of a coffee dyed look. But aren't they fun? And definitely make sure you get your glue to your edges because you don't want that right there. It's just a little bit, but it's enough to bug me. And if you try them, tag me, put them, you know, on social media, tag me. Go give Pam at Silver and Sparkles some love. She puts out a tutorial, I think, about every day. And she has all kinds of little folios and flips and tags and journals and things that she makes. And it's just, I have really had fun watching her channel. And you just never know what she's going to make. And aren't these fun? I think they're super cute. Alright, well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up or drop me a comment. Something like that. Subscribe if you want. And I think these will be a fun addition to our journal or your packages, whichever. But yes, if you're going to make them, I'd love to see them. And just tag me on social media, or if you have a YouTube channel and you make them, tag me on YouTube. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.